A very good day to you, students. So, today we'll be continuing with Merchant of Venice, Act 3, Scene 2, Portia's speech. This is page number 94. Now, this Portia's speech is just after Bassanio opens the lead casket and reads what is written on the scroll. So, just after that, Portia takes over and she speaks. And as the lines go, I'm going to just explain to you the paraphrase. So, you see me, Lord Bassanio, where I stand, such as I am, though for myself alone, I would not be ambitious in my wish. Now, Portia is overwhelmed with Bassanio's success. And she cannot just hide her emotions. And she says, you see me, Lord Bassanio. You can see me where I stand, such as I am. Such as I am. You can see as I am in reality. Though for myself alone, I would not be ambitious in my wish. And she says that as far as she is concerned, she won't be so ambitious in her wish to wish myself much better. She wouldn't want to wish anything better for herself now that she has got Bassanio, now that Bassanio has made the correct choice. Now she's definitely not going to wish anything better for herself. This is what she's trying to say. Then she says, yet for you I would be trebled 20 times myself. She says, yet, but still, for your sake, I would be trebled means I would wish to be 3 times 20 of what I am. Means I'm very lucky and I can't wish for anything more than what I am now. But for the sake of Bassanio, she would want and she would wish to be 3 times 20 of what she is. 1,000 times more fair. And she would also wish that she was 1,000 times more beautiful, 10,000 times more rich, if only to stand high in your account. Means if only she had to stand high in the eyes of Bassanio. Account here would mean, children, estimation. Now, marriage to Portia will solve Bassanio's all financial problems. So she's saying that she would, though for myself alone, she would not be wishing anything because she's already been so lucky. But for the sake of Bassanio, she would wish herself to be much better. She would wish to be 3 times 20 of what she is, 1,000 times more beautiful, 10,000 times more rich, so that Bassanio can meet all the financial crisis and overcome it all. Exceed account, but the full sum of me is sum of something. Exceed account means here she would be worth more than what can be reckoned or what can be valued. But the sum of me is sum of something. But the sum of me is sum of something means, but the sum total of myself is the total of something which may be expressed at best as an inexperienced girl who is unlessoned. Unlessoned here means inexperienced, unschooled, who's not been trained well, unpracticed. She would be like an unpracticed person here. So she's saying that, but the full sum total of me would be the sum of something which in general is an unlessoned girl, unschooled, unpracticed. Then she says, happy in this. And one who is happy in this means she's saying that I'm very fortunate in this respect. Happier than this. Then she goes on to say that she's very happy in this state. And she's even happier than this, that she is not bred so dull, but she can learn. That she is not bred so dull means she was not born so dull and so stupid. But she can learn, but she's here to learn more. Then, happiest of all is that her gentle spirit. Happiest of all here means the happiest thing of all is the fact that her gentleness commits itself to yours to be directed, means entrusts itself to your spirit, means she's saying that she's totally Bassanio's. Her gentleness is all for the sake of Bassanio. She is trying to entrust her gentleness to Bassanio's spirit, as from her lord, her governor, her king, as from her master, her lord Bassanio. She's addressing him as a king. Myself and what is mine to you and yours, means myself and all that is mine, I now transfer to you. Is now converted means is now transferred to you. But now I was the lord of this fair mansion. So then she goes on to say, but now means just a moment ago, just a moment back, I was the lord, I was the owner of this huge mansion, huge palace, the master of my servants. I was the master of all these servants who are there around me. And then queen over myself. And she says, and I was like a queen to myself here. Even now. So she says, even now, but now means now. Even now means now. And but now here means even at this moment. This house, this servant, these servants, and this same myself. The same myself here means, and this same person as I am, are all yours, my lord. Now she's trying to tell Bassanio that a moment ago she was the master, the lord of this whole mansion. And now all this belongs to Bassanio. Why? Because she has won Bassanio, as Bassanio chose the correct casket, and now she is Bassanio's. So all what belonged to her a moment ago is all Bassanio's now. I give them with this ring, and I part with all my possessions along with this ring. Then she offers a ring, which when you part from, and if you ever part from this ring, if you ever lose this ring, lose or give away this ring or part with it, then let it presage the ruin of your love. Then let it be a sign that your love is doomed. Ruin means your love is doomed, has come to an end, if you ever part with this ring of mine. And be my vantage to exclaim on you. So children, vantage here means opportunity. And it would be my opportunity to exclaim on you means to accuse you for being doomed like this. If you ever part with it, with this ring, then that will give me an opportunity to put a blame on you, that you are the main reason behind this big doom, behind this parting. Then Bassanio goes on to speak. Madam, you have bereft me of all words. Madam, you have deprived me, taken away all my words from my mouth, it seems. Only my blood speaks to you in my veins. This means only the true blood that is in me is speaking to you. It's the blood which is running in my veins. And there is confusion in my powers. And there's a lot of confusion in my thoughts, in my mind. As after some oration fairly spoke by a beloved prince, there doth appear among the buzzing pleased multitude. That confusion in my mind is just like after some great speech which is delivered, well delivered by a beloved prince. Then suddenly it appears among the buzzing pleased multitude. When a beloved prince delivers a good speech, then suddenly there's a murmuring with admiration for that person. And where every something being blent together, where every something means where every feeling is as if blended together, mixed together, turns to a wild of nothing, produces just a wild confusion, expressing nothing. So he's just trying to say that my mind is full of confused thoughts right now. Just as after a great speech of some prince who has spoken so well, there is confusion in the minds of the multitude or the crowd which is there, which has heard the person speak, and there is confusion in the kind of admiration. The people try to admire the person who has spoken so well. So there's just a lot of confusion among the persons watching him or hearing him. So the same way there's confusion in my thoughts after listening to your speech. And I feel that every feeling has blend together, has mixed together, and that is producing a wild confusion, expressing just nothing but joy. Save of joy means except joy, expressed and not expressed. Expressed and not expressed means which is expressed, but you can say that it can find only an inarticulate expression. Children, you may note it down. Although it is expressed, but it seems it is not expressed. So he's trying to say that he's unable to express himself, unable to express his joy, extreme joy which he has got after choosing this lead casket. Parts from this finger, then parts life from hence. And if whenever I ever part, this ring from my finger, it would be like parting life from me. Oh, then be bold to say Bassanio's dead. And then you should be bold enough to say that Bassanio is not there anymore. In other words, Bassanio is trying to say that he'll die if he ever sees Portia, Bassanio says that if ever Portia sees Bassanio without the ring in his finger, then he would rather die. And Portia can be confident that he is dead. Portia can be bold enough to say that he's dead. So he's trying to say that this ring given by Portia is going to be so dear to him that if he ever parts with it, or if ever Portia observes that he doesn't have the ring, then Portia should be confident enough to say that Bassanio is dead. He would be like as good as a dead person. So I hope this powerful speech of Bassanio is clear to you, my dear students. Earlier, I had also informed you about this Act 3, Scene 2, which contains a lot of powerful speeches of both Portia and Bassanio. So children, you must go through these over and over again, and if there's any doubt, you must come up with your queries in the virtual class that we'll soon be having. Then Nerissa intervenes now. My lord and lady, it is now our time that have stood by and seen our wishes prosper, to cry good joy, my lord and lady. So Nerissa says that, my lord and lady, she's addressing both Bassanio and Portia, it is now our time that have stood by and seen our wishes prosper. So she's trying to say that it is our time to, we have just stood by you, we have been here close to you and seen our wishes, how our what we wanted to happen has actually happened. We have wished for you two to be together, and that has really happened. So to cry good joy, my lord, my lady. So I wish you all the happiness that you can wish for yourself, both of you. So she's trying to say here that she has seen them, they had also wished that Bassanio and Portia get together, and this is what has happened. So she is just trying to be little polite and grateful, and she says that I wish you all the happiness. And she says, she's trying to cry good joy, and we want great joy and happiness for you, my lord and lady. Gratiano, my lord Bassanio, and my gentle lady. Now he's also addressing both of them, and he says, Bassanio and Portia, I wish you all the joy that you can wish. I wish you all the happiness that you can wish for yourselves. For I'm sure you can wish none from me. For he says that you cannot wish for any more than I can wish for you. None from me means you can't wish anything more than I can wish for you. That I'm wishing too much for you. I just wish you all the joy and happiness in life. And when your honors mean to solemnize, means, and when you intend to celebrate this happiness, the bargain of your faith, the contract of your love, means when you decide to get married, I do beseech you, I do pray to you, or I do request you, even at that time I may be married too, that I wish I may also be married at that very same time. So here Gratiano wants to get married to Nerissa, and so he says that he's wishing all the good luck for Bassanio and Portia, more than they can ever wish for him. And whenever they intend to celebrate, he would also want to marry. So, Bassanio, with all my heart, so thou canst get a wife. Then Bassanio says that with all my heart, if I put together, you can't get a wife. Thou canst get a wife. So then Gratiano says, I thank your lordship, you have got me one. My eyes, my lord, can look as swift as yours. Now before this, Bassanio says, with all my heart. So provided that you can get a wife. When Gratiano says that I'll also get married at the same time, so Bassanio says that with all my heart, so thou canst get a wife means provided that, so thou here means provided that you get a wife. So Gratiano says, I thank you, my master, you have got me, you only have got one for me. My eyes, my lord, can look as swift as yours. My eyes can also look, as swiftly, just as you have looked at Portia, so have my eyes also looked swiftly at Nerissa. You saw the mistress, I beheld the maid. You saw, just as you looked at the mistress, I also got good glances from Nerissa. You loved, I loved for intermission. You loved Portia and I too loved Nerissa. And for intermission means here for a period of waiting, and I've been waiting for it. No more pertains to me, my lord, than you. No more pertains to me here means, and a period of waiting is no more welcome to me, my lord. You have loved, I have also loved. But now, no more waiting for me, my lord, than you. So I cannot, wait any longer than you can tell me to. Your fortune stood upon the caskets there. Your destiny depended on the choice of caskets. And so did mine too, and mine also depended on that. As the matter falls, because as things turn out, for wooing here until I sweat again. For wooing here means, as the things turn out, for loving here, for loving Nerissa here until I sweat again means with all my energy, and swearing till my very roof was dry. And I have sworn, taken an oath, till the very roof was dry. Here, roof means here the mouth, the roof of his mouth got dry. He's just trying to say that he kept asking Nerissa to marry him with oaths of love. He's been giving all promises of love to Nerissa, and at last, if promise lasts, then he says that with all those, I've been swearing vows, declaring my love to Nerissa, and if her promise still holds good, if promise lasts means if her promise still holds good, I got a promise of this fair one, means I have got a promise from this beautiful one here to have her love, provided that your fortune achieved her mistress. And I've got the promise from her, provided that your luck helped you to achieve your mistress, I would also be marrying Nerissa. This is what was there in my promises of love to Nerissa. So, then Portia, is this true, Nerissa? Nerissa, is it true? What is he saying? Nerissa, madam, it is so. You stand pleased withal. It is true, provided that you are pleased with it. It is true, madam. So, my dear children, this is all for today. We'll continue with the next part of Act 3, Scene 2 on the next turn. So, please go through the paraphrase once again and let me know if you have any queries. Thank you.